What's up, guys? Speak Your Peace podcast here. My name is Scott Conklin, and I am a creator with the brand. Joining me there, we have a lot of guests here today. Start with the normal host of the show, SYB creator Ian. Ian, how are you today?
I'm having some of Ian's juice, so I am set and ready for this pod. It's really just water. I am ready and set for this pod.
We also have a lot of great guests. We have 6 guests, 4 of our regular bachelors. By the way, people, this is a Bachelorette podcast, if you will, preview, recap, whatever we want to call it. I'll let y'all introduce you. It makes it easier on my end. We have some new guests as well, so we love new guests. Maddy, we'll start with you. You're first on my screen, so yeah.
Okay. Hi, guys. It's Maddy. I've been on 2 other podcasts, so nothing new here.
I was going to say, is this our third one that we've done? Is this our third Bachelorette? Wow.
Wait.
Wow. I can't believe
Oh, wait. I think it's the 4th, isn't it?
Round. Because it was.
I missed one, but.
I honestly can't remember. We do so many of it. We're actually coming up to episode 100 just overall of Speak Your Peace podcast. So, like, not to say that we're a big deal or anything, but we're kind of a big deal.
We're getting there. Caitlin, you have a special guest today.
Guys, Caitlin. This is my sister, Sydney. Hello. Very excited to be joining the discussion. I've got some hot takes for everyone.
Yay.
Love it. We're looking forward to all. And last on my screen, we've got a trio of lovely women. I think Katie, Hannah, and Cameron, all from Squamish. How are y'all doing today?
We're great.
Great. So good. Happy to be here.
Katie's in podcasting mode. She's ready. Got the hat.
Yeah.
We've
ready
all
to
put our
You see
Call Her
it?
Daddy merch on.
Love it.
Got her sweats.
We're
Sweet.
Love it.
channeling our inner Alex Cooper for this.
Ooh, love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good take. It's a good take. So I guess we'll get into it. I have six main points here. First, we'll kind of start on a not exactly terrific note, but we'll make it quick as possible. I'm sure you guys have heard the news. Chris Harrison is, after 20 years of being Bachelorette host, is no longer running the show. I've heard several rumors about it, but I want to get your guys' thoughts on the story and yeah, take it away, whoever wants to.
Good. I'm glad he's gone. Never liked him to begin with.
Harsh.
I don't know. I feel like I don't have many takes. Like, I wasn't a super long-term watcher.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really attached to him. I think so far Tayshia and Caitlin are like better. So that's all. I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like the show's more alive with him gone. Like, he
Mhm.
kind of like just brought this cringe-ness with him, and Tayshia and Caitlin are just like these like girlfriend,
all this
sister
feminine
vibes,
energy.
and
They're
it's just like
so fun.
hype,
Yeah.
like hype girls on the side, and I
They're
really
like
liked
better
it.
support.
Yeah.
I think they're also fresh faces too. Chris Harrison was on the show for 20 years, and now Caitlin, and that's one of my second point actually. Caitlin and Tayshia are new hosts for the Bachelorette this year, helping out Katie. And to be honest, like, I think they're just such a breath of fresh air. Their energy is like obviously boundless, as we'll get into later. But
Oh, I know too. Sid and I were saying that before Chris would be a part of the show and everything, and he would introduce stuff. But now, like when Katie was doing, when everyone was coming in the limos and doing their first impressions, instead of it just being like Chris introduces and then he leaves, they're like in the window, like, oh my God, he's so hot. Or like they're actually interacting with the show. And I think that's cool too.
Yeah, and like I really only watched the season finale of like Tayshia's season and then a bit of Matt's season. I'm like very fresh viewer. But the idea of Chris like hobbling out of bushes and closets to come and make the situation worse was really interesting to me, because Matt would be like clearly pressed about something and then he'd be like, so how are you? And Matt was like, I'm clearly not okay. And that question made it a lot worse. So Tayshia and Caitlin, I loved Tayshia's season. Big fan of Tayshia, but she would just interact with Katie and they'd be so fun and like energetic and supportive. And I was like, that's a new energy for sure.
Yeah.
Men ruin a lot of stuff. It's men who are ruining quite a bit of it, especially this Chris dude. He sucks.
I think he was just there for too long. ABC needed a fresh face of their show, and the fact Caitlin and Tayshia are great. They were 2, I think, of the most beloved bachelorettes ever. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but they're great fresh faces. I think it's going to be good to see how they do, and hopefully they come back for later years. Who knows?
Yeah, I agree also that ABC and the whole franchise just needed kind of some sort of change because there's a lot of controversy with the whole franchise. And I think it's really great, first of all, to have like women involved now. And also Tayshia, like just coming off of being like the second Black Bachelorette, which is really awesome. Like I obviously don't support the whole like trophying of Black individuals to try to like make the franchise more inclusive. Like I really, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like a touchy, weird area. But it's very interesting. Like I kind of feel like Chris Harrison's whole scandal, like he's leaving the show with like an 8-figure like walkout payment, which is kind of crazy. Like, and then he basically just doesn't have to work ever again. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like he still has a lot of work to do, and I'm not super sad seeing him leave.
Yeah, nothing like getting paid Disney money to not work. That's really cool.
That's the thing, right? Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't like the franchise's plan to have him leave. It's the controversies came up and the supports that he had towards certain situations and other individuals in the show that led him to lose his job. But then, like you're saying, he didn't really lose it in a normal losing job way. He gained from it, honestly.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. But again, I think I hope he learns from what happened in the past. And again, on with the new. Kayla and Tayshia are awesome. I think that's what we all can agree on for sure here. Let's talk about our new Bachelorette. Katie Thurston from Renton, Washington, near Ian's hometown.
You love to see it.
Love to see it.
I remember when she was on Matt's season and we were looking through the girls and it was like, hey Ian, like this girl Katie. And then
she's from Renton. She's from Washington State. It's like, all right, I gotcha. I'm with you.
Maybe we should get Ian on the show. If he's, local boy, who knows, right? You never know.
Never know. Just talk about rain and Starbucks, and that's it.
Of course. I just want to get your guys' thoughts on Katie so far. Again, we've only seen one episode. We've seen Katie obviously from Matt's season as well, but thoughts on her so far?
I liked her a lot in Matt's season. I don't know. She was just like the most kind of real of the rest of them, I felt like, and more like maybe down to earth than the others. But I kind of thought I wouldn't love her as a Bachelorette. I don't know why I thought that, but I do like her. I think she's going to be really good. And just from the first episode, I like her a lot, but I don't know. I mean, I like her name, like obviously Team Katie, but I think she'll be really good. Yeah.
I love her. Like, I love that it's just like such like a sex positive season. And I feel like a lot of the time in the Bachelor's like franchise, like men are like, their seasons are always over sexualized, women's seasons are over sexualized, but like it feels like Katie is in the driver's seat, like she's in
doing
control, like this is her,
yeah.
Like she's kind of taken that power back for herself, and just feels like it's gonna be a really fun, like, I mean the teaser at the end looked really good. Like I think she's gonna be really good.
A lot of the guys seemed really nervous coming into here, but then you like listen to some of their conversations and she seemed like they weren't like super weird and awkward and like this is a awkward like first date conversation. They weren't that bad, and she seems like a really easy person to talk to, probably because she's like down to earth. So
for sure. And nice. Like think about a lot of these guys are going into this thinking, they've had her, had her on their minds for months at this point, right? And a 2-week quarantine, they're there to see Katie and be with her in the end. And
are they doing the quarantine thing again?
Yeah, they had to. Yeah.
I feel like that's so sad when you think about the 5 or 6 that get cut the first night. I know that's normal every season, but especially to have to take like those 2 weeks off work or whatever, just to like go home after one night.
Yeah. But
no free time. You're just gone.
That's what happens. Any more thoughts on Katie? I have a few things I'd like to say, but anyone got thoughts there?
I agree with what Katie said, honestly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I really like her. I think she's like the perfect mix of confident, but like what everyone's saying, like approachable, and like they can really talk to her. But I also love the fact that when she was on Matt's season, she went out of her way to be like noted on the very first night. Like her first impression was like, "Hello, I'm Katie," and she's kind of, when people knew that she was going to be the Bachelorette, a lot of people were like, "Okay, I have to match that energy." Not everyone, but some of the ones who are standing out are the people who like matched the first impression energy that she put out when she was on Matt's season.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. And I think to your point, Sydney, like you're talking about energy, and Caitlin and Tayshia bring that as host, but she brings that as the Bachelorette too. And she's again another fresh as fate, and people adore her. I think, again, correct me if I'm wrong here, but people seem to really like how she is, her mannerisms, how she is as a person, and how she interacts with the other men. I think that's really, it's cool to see, and it's going to be fun to watch this show, this season, and see what happens. So, speaking of the season, let's talk about the 30 men that were here starting the first episode. Thoughts on them as a group, and we'll get into picks later, but thoughts on the group so far.
I like them. I think they're good so far.
I like them.
I like them. Obviously not all. Like there's a few kind of weird moments.
I feel like
Did anyone see that like hot topic guy who was like on the screen for like 6
Oh
seconds?
yeah, he got sent home. Yeah.
I feel like some of the people she sent home was kind of like good choice.
Yeah.
Katie. I know it's not all about
Right.
looks, but you know,
But and
Sometimes.
the surgical skin
Surgical
salesman.
skin salesman Jeff.
Jeff.
in his
Is that the RV guy?
the RV.
Yeah.
Here's the RV guy.
When he said this is the
RV
cleanest
was a bit
I've
much.
ever seen it, I was like, that is such a turn off. Like,
Well,
I'm
and the first thing she was like,
She
"This
was
has
like, oh.
clearly been
Yeah.
lived in."
Yeah.
And then oh sorry, something happened to my laptop. Keep going.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Is there anybody named Ian?
There's
No.
not.
Oh,
don't
that's
think so.
under.
There is a Canadian though, and he's from Toronto. He's a hockey player, so I'm.
Yeah.
Okay, but we've had this debate before. Like, is he really from Toronto, or is it like Mississauga, and we have to dumb it down for the American audience because they don't know where Mississauga or any of the geography is?
Everyone that's from Canada is Toronto, essentially.
No. She was Langley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
Oh yeah.
She was Langley. She didn't even get
Yeah.
Vancouver. I was impressed with that one. Definitely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
wherever he's from, he seemed fun. Like he was.
They always make the Canadian like very like, well,
Very
I'm Canadian.
stereotypical.
Like
Let's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, hockey player
Oh,
and
Blake's gonna come on, and
Yeah.
he's Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Blake to come
Yeah.
back.
I forgot he was Canadian.
Yeah.
Where did his thing say? What was his location?
I think he's Toronto as well, but he's not from Toronto. He's from outside. I think he's London, maybe.
Still like
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
cottage country. I feel like.
Yeah.
The preppy part of Toronto.
He's like the nature conservation dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
Oh,
a
nice.
officer, so-
Yeah. He's a nature guy. So for those that are listening that don't know, Blake was on Tayshia's season. Correct me if I'm wrong there. And he is supposed to make a surprise appearance on this season, but people don't know. Well, the teaser is obviously shown that, but we'll have to see obviously what happens, and who knows.
I
Yeah.
watched.
But I think-
I watched the night at like the next day because I couldn't watch the premiere day of, and I was texting girls and I was like, oh, like no Blake, hey, because like there were rumors that he was gonna be on. And I was like, he didn't show up and like out of the limo or anything, and he wasn't the guy in the box. And then I watched like 5 minutes later, I watched the trailers at the end. And I was like, oh, just kidding, he's coming.
Yeah, he'll be there eventually. Kind of like Heather with Matt's season. You know, like that same style of
Other
appearance. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting because like he's Tayshia's ex, and
Mhm.
Tayshia is the host.
Mhm.
We said that. We were like, what if he just gets like feels for Tasia again? And she's like,
I actually think
He
Blake
might.
is like hometowns for me. He's in my hometowns
He's in-
list.
yeah.
I think
top three. Mhm.
he because of like the teaser he got. It wasn't like Heather's where it was like just so teased.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you just knew she was gonna be there for like 5 seconds and then just leave. I feel like Blake's gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like
now like, Heather, she showed up. The girls made a huge deal about it in the moment, but then Matt recognized like she wasn't gonna stay. But by the sounds of the preview, it's like, why is he here? Like, I'm gonna mess him up. Like, why is he here taking my girl? So it sounds like he stays, or like she makes the decision to keep him.
yeah.
Mhm.
For at least one episode at least, which is we'll see what happens.
It-
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, it just sounds like a really bad like wrestling promo where like some dude just enters for the belt. It's like, he hasn't been competing the whole time. Why is he here fighting for the championship? And it's just like,
It's funny you say that, Ian, because it's funny you say that because in the teaser video there was, I'm not sure if it was football or wrestling. One guy got hit really hard.
oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
He got crushed. Like,
I don't know if you guys saw that in the preview. I forget his name. He kind of looks like a bug. But he had this moment where he was like punching the air.
Is that Hunter?
No. Oh, he's ugly though. No, it was the guy who made like the like cartoon edit for her.
Oh, Christian.
And he was like punching the air. And it's funny you say that. It was like oh my God, I'm gonna beat him up, because he was literally like hyping himself up, punching the air. And I was
I just want Blake's music to hit at like the bat or wherever they're doing this, like throughout the whole hotel or resort or wherever they're staying. It's like, that's Blake's music, and then he's like walking out of a limo inside into the hotel or resort. I think that'd be really funny. It's like, Blake's here, everybody, look out! And then shit just hits the fan.
Yeah.
You could be a suitcase
Fuck
fan.
Take the suitcase.
What were y'all's thoughts on the box man? I forget his name, but he was the guy that came out of
Eyebrows are so long.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't notice that. I think
He's cute.
He's cute, but like definitely looks like a douchebag. But like in a
Yeah, I just didn't like the idea. Like, what was the gift? Like, the gift was his like face reveal. Like, that's
he is the
I don't
guy.
know. I just feel like he's a little bit
I
maybe full of himself. I don't know.
I had this feeling where it was like, oh, like she better not like, like give him the first impression rose or whatever. I was like, I don't think so, but I didn't think she was gonna get rid of him.
The guys
It was
were
too,
the guys were funny though when they saw him. They were like, oh shit, like he's actually good looking. Like,
Yeah,
are you
they were
kidding me?
like,
They were a little taken back. He was very like very
He was
talkative, very personable too. That was another thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He just has too much greasy hair, and for me, his eyebrows look
Yeah.
really long.
So not Cameron, not your type of guy.
No, not my type, but like good for Katie.
Okay, there you go.
Also, we're saying like like Sid and I were saying we respected the commitment of the whole
Yeah.
time and like him actually staying in there.
For hours.
That's
Yeah.
Do we think he stayed in there for hours, or if
I
like when
don't
cameras
know.
were on him, he
I
popped
don't
up
know.
and like
I just feel like high stakes. It seemed like she only
Yeah.
got to see him that one time. So
Speaking of commitment though, the cat guy.
Cat guy.
oh my gosh, I
Yes.
love him.
She
Did
loved
you?
him.
I loved
him.
how dorky they both are.
Yeah,
Like
it
I
was
love a dorky guy. I gotta say.
The connection was very like it meshed super well, super quick too.
Yeah, like he was taking heat for wearing the cat costume from the other guys, but I was like, he did something she loved.
Yeah.
Like she loved that costume, and she was like, you know what I like.
Yeah.
I was
the other guys
shocked
think.
he didn't
Yeah.
get the first impression rose, like shocked.
I thought
I
he
thought
might
he was
also.
for sure gonna get it.
Same here.
But Greg got it correct. And Greg was pretty nervous coming in. He seemed like kind of a nervous wreck, not gonna lie.
I saw the first time I was like, he's cute. Like
Yeah.
that is someone I would date from purely on looks.
Also, like nervous, cute.
Yeah.
Nervous, cute. And then it's like kind of upsetting that he's like such a popular fave now, because I was
Yes.
like, oh, I want
I
him
thought
to be
he
my
wasn't going to
favorite.
be
Yeah.
either, because like he's not
But
your
everyone.
conventional
like
Yeah.
his nieces
but he's
and
just gorgeous.
nephews
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
like people.
He was kind of like Wells a couple years ago. You guys remember Wells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that same type of like, not like this big dominant, like,
Yeah.
guy. He's kind of low key, but like good. Like a
Like
good guy.
Brendan Fantasia season.
Mhm.
Is this the peak of Greg since like Greg Heffley, like in Diary of a Wimpy Kid, or like?
Like a
No, Greg Heffley tops all. Ian, don't even.
Okay, the other one. This is more of a baseball thing for Scott and I, but like Greg Maddox, like
Oh,
that.
come on.
Like does Greg top him? But I mean, I from my research, which is going on the Reddit page, this Greg dude seems like the top man right now.
He's
It- which like
Yeah.
so I feel like he can't start at the top and stay at the top.
I don't know.
interesting.
Yeah, I guess.
He can't hold it, is what you're saying. Like he's got he can start, but he can't finish. What I'm hearing.
Yeah, I know he'll go far, but I don't know if he'll win.
Really, I think Greg's gonna get. I don't think actually, if I'm being, I don't think anyone's gonna win.
Yeah.
I'm getting the bug. Her season ended early in production. Like
But
they're.
that's not necessarily a bad thing though.
I know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just.
It's hard to tell.
I'm pessimistic. I think it's gonna.
Well, I also heard Greg is a super good actor and went to acting school and cleared his Instagram, all his social media before coming on The Bachelor.
Nice move. Good, solid move. That's the way to do it. Is just getting rid of everything so that nobody knows who the hell you actually
all
are.
his evidence from acting school and stuff. I don't know.
He seems like such a nice guy.
He
though.
does,
The
but maybe
necklace.
he's
He's
just
like
acting.
the neck when he gave her the necklace. He's like, just so you know, it's not real
It's not real
gold.
gold. It's actually pasta.
Oh, but she liked that.
I loved it.
Yeah, she liked that. Yeah.
I do love Greg.
Yeah, he's a favorite for sure. I think he's like the consensus favorite from most of Bachelor Nation. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But
That's what it says on the Reddit page.
Reddit page. See, it must be right. There you go. Reddit is true.
Honestly,
Did you guys? Oh,
kids, sorry.
no, go for it, Sid.
Speaking about like what he was saying, what everyone's saying about like Greg and how we like the energy that he's bringing about like, oh, I want a family, I want like kids. He's really good with his nieces and nephews. I really liked the guy named Michael because he seemed kind of like awkward as well and kind of like, but you could tell he was so happy to be there, and he's the one who had
As a
kid.
fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did he bring the guy that brought the clock and said it was an antique?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so funny. Like I liked that a lot. But like the fact that he had a kid and the way Katie handled that was so good. She was like, I've never been the kind of person who's like, oh, I want kids, I don't want kids. It's more like what my partner's into. I'd be fine if they had a kid. I'd be fine if they didn't want kids. But the way she handled that, I was like, I think you kind of like him because I liked that response. And I also think that it was very mature of her to like be open to that circumstance because he was willing to share it.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's so like non-conventional for the Bachelor franchise as well to say like, I'm not like, because I feel like every girl that goes on is like, I want a big family. I want to get married. I want this like.
It's the American way. You have a big family, you live out in the country, and then you just live it up.
For her to say like, I don't necessarily want kids. I don't like need them, but I could want them. I'm like flexible. I thought that was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't seem like she's like a super religious person too, which I think is cool to have a lead that's not, because I feel like the Christian religion like kind of spearheads this.
Yeah.
It can for sure. And that's again a very interesting part of that.
Refresh.
That Katie is so, I don't want to say new school, but she's very like new and just
Progressive.
Progressive, like a fresh face. And like I said this earlier, but a great face for the show, and I think will be a great Bachelorette.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's go to some favorites. Anybody have like early picks? Like to maybe not to win, but to like to be a top 4, be a hometown.
I have a top 3.
Okay.
I could think about a 4th, but top 3. I don't know what order yet, but I think Andrew S, Greg, and
yes, 100%.
Andrew S. Oh, the Bridgerton one. No, like the British accent.
The fake accent. The fake accent.
The Vienna football player.
If I had to add a 4th, it would. I mean, maybe Connor, like Cat.
Yeah, I didn't hear your first one.
Your other 2.
Yeah.
Andrew S, Blake, and Greg.
Oh, Blake, interesting. Okay.
I think I put Connor above Blake.
The Reddit page was not big on Blake. Blake is not a favorite according to the Reddit
It's
page.
a no-go for me. Can I say one thing? I think it's very interesting. I don't know if I just don't have enough Bachelor Nation experience or not, but are these like pop-up people from previous seasons like a new thing? Because
Yeah.
I wonder,
Wait, is it not?
Because Nick Vile. Nick
Oh,
Vile.
like he went from the start. That wasn't like a surprise, right?
yeah, see, like what
Didn't he like go on the first night? Maybe.
I bet Blake's gonna show up next episode.
You think? Oh, okay.
I think he'll be like an early.
Gotcha.
I'm kind of wondering if the Bachelor franchise, because they can't travel every week now, if they're trying to spice things up. But honestly, like, I miss the travel. Like, I don't like.
I'm with you there. I think they're doing that just purely for the need for content. And they're in the same spot for like months. Like it's like a 2 months kind of thing that they're there. And I think
Could they do the realistic thing of like the dudes just playing PlayStation in one of the rooms, and then Kate just walks in like, "What are you guys doing?" It's like, "We're playing FIFA. Do you want to join?" Could they please show that?
She would so join. She joined the hockey game like it was nobody's business.
Perfect. If she just plays a Chell game, I would be totally interested in that.
I was quite happy when I saw the hockey. I was like, sign me up for that.
Yeah, I did think it was cute.
And everyone joined.
Sign me up.
I was gonna say, in terms of my favorites, I don't have any favorites. I'm going for, again, the ex-athletes, cool dudes, anybody from the state of Washington. That's essentially
Any I at the beginning of their name.
Also, anybody with two names.
People who either have Ian or I at the beginning of the name, and they have to wear glasses too. If they're wearing glasses, that's also a help. I like to support others who wear glasses.
Maybe some contacts in there.
No,
I don't know if I saw a single set of glasses, to be honest.
Shit. I had a traumatic experience with contacts as a kid, so I'm anti-contacts.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it sucks. But anybody with an eye, anybody with glasses.
Anyone with two first names as well, right?
Yeah, two first names. If you got two first names, you're a shoo-in to win this thing. You're more successful in life.
Told to never trust a man
With
first
two first
names.
No, God, no. That man is gonna be a winner because, like, look at like Tom Brady or like Aaron Rodgers. Like the Connor McDavid isn't really. Like, you get what I'm saying? You're picking up what I'm putting down.
Connor McDavid is not a winner. He lost in 4 games, but that's a story.
No, but I mean, have you seen his house?
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
It's just all black everything. Ooh,
That's
house.
Fair enough. Are there any other Bachelorette news? I know there's a whole bunch of tangents. We could talk about hosts for Bachelor in Paradise. We talk about Matt and Rachel. Anybody want to take the lead on this and kind of run with it?
You guys have more. Who else has top picks?
Yes. Good idea.
Does anyone else? I think it's gonna be Greg.
Yep.
And either Connor or Blake for like it'll be against them, but Greg's gonna win, and it's gonna be either Connor or Blake are gonna be runner up. And I think Andrew S is gonna make it far, and I think unfortunately Aaron, like the douchebag who was fighting Katie, I think he's gonna make it far, but not like I think it's gonna mess with Katie, and I think she's gonna fall for the bad boy.
A lot of scenes she was in the preview. She was like, "Are you like?" I think Greg goes really far, but doesn't. I would love him to win. He's my favorite, but I don't really think he does. I think something bad happens and he literally does something like that.
Maybe
that's the source of the heartbreak where she cries.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you see in the teaser where she hugged? I think it was Andrew S.
Yeah.
And she's like,
"I love you."
Yeah, but I think the "I love you" was dubbed in.
Audio.
You think it was dubbed? Yeah. Okay.
Also, I found it funny that in the preview there was like a big bro hug. Right? Like they're all fighting. They were all like crying. There was tears. There was drama. And then out of nowhere, there was this big bro hug. And it was Hunter and like, I think Connor B. I couldn't tell from the haircut, but I was like, wow, there's some bromance going on here.
I can't picture who Hunter is.
Yeah. Hunter's really ugly. He's like the Hobbit.
He's got like really spiky hair, short.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
One guy I was surprised that got a rose. I was like,
Are we rooting for short kings? Do we like short kings, or are they?
We've been over this.
Have we? I don't remember. I've done.
Like, when you look like the Hobbit, you're not gonna make. You have to see. Ian, like, look it up. Look up a picture of Hunter.
Like, what's the low? Like 5'6"? Like, if you're 5'6", you have no shot.
I would say it depends what your height is.
Yeah.
Sid's got the world. 5'3". I could have anyone. Match my height higher and I'm solid.
Perfect.
I think it doesn't really matter.
No.
I think, okay, if we're still talking about top picks, I think there's people that... What?
Yeah, we're talking about top picks.
That's a good transition.
I don't know everyone's names well enough yet, but I feel like there's going to be some like random underdogs that we are not really thinking about yet, but are still going to come.
Yeah, like
I agree.
How long does the Jesus guy come? Like, how long does he stay for?
I think he's there for a long time, based on the.
Who are we talking?
I don't know. I'm just
the Virgin.
You know what I think's going to happen is
I think he gets close to fantasy.
No.
You know how like there's some, and I think Caitlin Bristow did this. Like they have sex before fantasy suites. I think Katie's gonna like either get close or she's gonna have sex before fantasy suites. Because you see him with the Bible crying. Like I can't see him making it to fantasy suites, but I can see him finding out that she's done something and him like praise the Lord. What's
gonna happen is like, because she's so sex positive as a bachelorette, she's gonna be like
let's do something for a group date that's maybe a bit like shocking and fun, or maybe sexual, or like, you know, nuanced that way. And he's going to be like, I just don't feel comfortable doing that because this is who I am. And then he's going to cry. I think it's going to be
probably leave himself.
I think it's kind of like, wasn't it Claire where she had them play like strip dodgeball and like something like that where he'll be like, oh, like it's insinuating sex. Like,
Oh, right. And they had to walk back like naked, right? Or something like that.
yeah, they had to like walk back naked and he'll be like, oh, like.
Group strip club appearance. Who says no? Is that what I'm hearing from all of this?
Yeah, that's kind of what it was.
in the preview, there was like a whole bit where they were like censoring some things because it looked like there was some funky times, and I was like, he's not going to be okay with that.
Yeah. Well, maybe he won't be on that, like on those dates. Maybe they'll chat about it before. Who knows? Like, who knows? Maybe they'll chat and see. Maybe he won't go on those dates. Maybe he'll go on different ones.
But I think he'll find out and he'll get like triggered.
Yeah, he'll definitely be
potentially, yeah.
an uncomfortable situation for him, where he's questioning like what.
Because
am I-
even in the
Like,
preview,
why would you
stand
go
for this?
on the
Yeah.
Bachelorette season that you know she's sex positive? If you're
Yeah,
Maybe,
obviously
maybe they don't know.
I did like that he said though, he's like, I don't care, like I'm all about people being sex positive, because he said that in his interview. He's like, I don't care if she's sex positive, just for me I want to wait. So I was like, okay, that's good. Like you're not like Luke P, like born again virgin trying to like pressure people. But still I feel like that's so
It's not a
stressful.
good
Like why
match,
would
yeah.
you do that to
What if
yourself?
he's just not good at it?
well,
he doesn't know.
I don't think he. Yeah, I think he doesn't know.
Maybe that's why he's afraid, is that he doesn't know and he doesn't want to try it. It's like, what if, like a guy thing where it's like, what if I'm bad at this? And then you just completely avoid it as long as you can until it comes up.
Virgin? Like no.
What did you say? We couldn't hear
Not at
you.
that age, like not on national
Yeah.
TV where like everyone knows.
Yeah, I think maybe on national TV.
Like,
That's
you know
a
what
bit
I
much.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was very open.
I mean, I
about
guess
it, though.
Colton.
Yeah, Colton was the same way too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad at it or just a virgin?
Yeah, virgin.
Ah.
Also gay now. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, happy Pride Month. Yeah, shout out to the Pride.
Colton commented on Tyler Cameron's picture of him where
I
he's
didn't
like,
I saw that.
he's got like these gray sweatpants. You can see.
Oh, I know the
everything.
picture. I know the
And
picture.
then Colton comments, he's like, you and that horse have something in common.
Wow.
Love it.
Or like something like that.
Yeah.
Just guys supporting dudes, really, I guess.
Yeah.
Then
That's so cool.
Can I bring up
But
some
Cameron, two
I don't-
first names, by the way. That's he's a stud, and he's a former football player. So Ian's a fan, right
Sounds
there.
like my guy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, how it
Um,
Something kind of random weird that Maddie brought up from the episode was that weird little fight between those two guys, and then they just like disregarded it.
yeah, that was weird. What was the reason
It was,
behind it?
they were
Wouldn't tell
trying
me.
to make drama, but then it like they
It didn't
both
make
just
sense.
like went their separate ways and nothing came of it, so they just like ditched the idea.
I love having that conversation with other guys where you're arguing the same point, but you think you're actually yelling at each other, where it's just like, no, I actually agree with the same thing. You're not getting it. It's like, okay, why are we yelling at each other if we agree on the same thing? And
Yeah, no, he was like, I just don't like you. Like,
Yeah.
that's how.
Yeah.
one of those like bro guys that like just bumps into some guy at the bar
And
and
he's
he's like, I just don't like you, man. Like I just
Yeah.
don't like you. And then everyone's like, okay, like
and
go
don't like
away.
me.
Like,
Yeah. And he's like, no, but I don't like you.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it
that
was
totally gave
so-
me Yosef vibes where it was like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that situation. Although Yosef was way worse, like speaking to
way worse.
but
Yeah.
it was just so interesting that it was like outside in like this little courtyard, and it was like
Yeah, true.
prompted random thing, and I was like,
and no background info because I feel like they
Yeah.
usually
Yeah.
are good about giving us like
It
the
just-
lead up,
it just
like
cut
context
into
what
it,
happened,
yeah.
and it just like there's-
Maybe they cut out like the footage previous and after. Maybe they because ABC tends to cut footage randomly in weird spots. Sometimes.
honestly,
Yeah, it
I thought they were just talking,
Mm-hmm.
and then it
kind of seemed like they forgot to edit that part out of the episode. Like it was not meant to be
And
there.
then he walked back
Yeah.
into the main room and he was like, you okay, dude? Like you look angry. He's no, I'm fine. And then he did just like let it go.
funny part too is like this was a Bachelor season, and it was the girls. All of the girls have been like, "Did you hear about so and so?" But like, are you okay? No, done.
Yeah, like Cody, I think Cody, we were saying he just sat down and he didn't like, if it was a girl, he'd be like, you would not believe what so-and-so
Yeah.
just said to me or whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
they hype it up a little bit, but he was just, I think maybe the producers were expecting him to be like, this guy, like he just like
But Cody
No,
just like,
but he
could
just
not
shut
get
his
it
mouth
out.
and he just left it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the "Are you good, dude?" No, and then it's like, "Well, hope you get better, man." And that's just it. That's the entire conversation.
Props to Cody for just being the one who matched Katie's energy with the sex doll. And like, he's coming in, he's a good guy. He's not creating the drama that was clearly like proposed to him from Aaron. He's just like, okay, that was really shady, but I got the last rose. I'm still in the show. Here I am.
I was gonna say, what's all our thoughts on Cody? Because I feel like he'll go pretty.
I'm ready for him to leave.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm rooting for. You know what? I'll root for Cody. I'll go all the way. I don't know.
He kind of looks like
cute.
he
I
looks
think he's
like
kinda
Bill
cute.
Burr meets the dad in Atypical.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds like my guy. What does he do? What's Cody's background?
Like he's kind of
Like
cute.
he looks like Bill Burr and the dad from Atypical.
But
in a
you're
body.
right.
He
Yeah, this is Ian's guy right here.
What does this guy do?
I don't remember. He has a doll, which I didn't appreciate.
He's
the
a
doll.
surfer.
Surfer, okay.
Oh, surf. Oh, okay.
He had this blow up doll that he was like, yeah, like
Handsome
I
surfer
was
with a
intimate with her, and I was like,
Oh,
that,
he's the zipper sales manager.
Yes.
that's him.
Like,
Yeah.
does he
Red
sail
flag.
zippers?
I
Like,
don't
what do you
know.
sail?
I don't know. What do you say?
Who knows?
Yeah, there's a bit.
So
questionable.
he's a zipper salesman who surfs and has the blow up doll. It's just like, yeah, I banged this on occasion. You want it? Is that?
Named it Sally or something, and then Katie was like, "Sally's a babe," and I was like, "Okay, as long as you're into it."
He likes the things that I would have definitely thought were maybe like red flags. She was like, I love it.
Every
I
time
was like,
someone
okay.
came up, I was like, if I was on that screen,
It would
I
be
would
weirded out.
physically
Yeah.
cringe. Like,
And she was like,
I don't
I
know
love
how
it.
she like keeps a straight face. I would like start laughing.
Yeah.
I just love that Tasia and Caitlin would be up in the window and be like, "Oh my god, why is he going back to the car?" And then they pulls that out, and they're probably like, "Wait, like, oh, funny, haha." But like, Katie loved it, where they were like, "Oh wait, what's going on?" Like,
Yeah.
kind of if that was them in the situation, they would have been like, wait. Like Tasia and Caitlin were like, "What the hell is this guy in a cat suit?" And she was like, "I love him."
They're like, oh, thumbs up. She gave us a thumbs up.
Who did she like?
Courtney
do
with the
this?
Q. That was Courtney with the Q.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, his rhymes is actually pretty good. He actually spits some bars. Not gonna lie.
I didn't love him.
I don't know. Yeah.
I didn't love that he used like it was like Courtney, quirky,
Courtney,
Quest.
yeah.
And, like I was like, okay. He was
Like your
trying.
name.
He was cute.
Your name is not
That's kind of cool.
your only personality trait,
Well,
and that's
yes.
the vibes I was getting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So he's not going far, is what you're saying, Katie and Hannah and Cam.
I don't need him to go far. 2 episodes.
There you go. Two episodes. That's
Is this Connor guy? Is this the same guy we were talking about at the
no.
beginning?
Ian Courtney.
Quar. I don't know.
Courtney.
Courtney with a Q.
Yeah,
Courtney.
Quartney.
Wow.
Courtney.
Huh. Okay. Hey, fair enough. You know what? What do I know?
I have a question for most of y'all. It's kind of like a would you rather. I just, just something for fun.
Yeah, throw it out there.
Content. Would you rather be on The Bachelor or be The Bachelorette? Okay.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
Bachelorette, 100%.
If
I
had
would say
just
Bachelorette.
like 30 other women, I'd be like, not worth
Actually,
it.
you know what? I
Like,
think I would
30.
want to be on The Bachelor and then not make it, but make it midway so I could get invited to BIP. I want to be on Bachelor.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
BIP. I think I would thrive.
Make a
in that
splash and then
environment.
get in. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I definitely don't think I'd be able to tolerate the drama and like the gossip that goes on with the girls. Even watching The Bachelor, I find difficult. I much prefer watching The Bachelorette because I'm like, you guys need to just stop for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'd want to be The Bachelorette. But I also think it'd be really fun to be on Bachelor in Paradise because you get a little bit of everyone.
A little bit of both. Yeah, it's a different dynamic. I've never seen Bachelor in Paradise personally, but
I think I would do Bachelorette so I could just meet like a whole bunch of dudes, and then like my brand would be like the really nice guy who's probably not going all the way, but like I'm just there for the ride, man. We're just here to have a good time. I'm not here to beef with anybody, and then like get eliminated like third, fourth, last episode to the end. It's like, you know what? I gave it a good run. It was great to be here. It was nice meeting all of you.
Confident.
By the third to fourth last episode, you have a lot of screen time by that point.
Exactly. You get a lot of attention. You get some followers. You make some new friends. It's just like, hey, you know what? It was great to be here. It was nice meeting all of you. I hope you have a great, I totally get it. You know what? It's not you. It's me. You know what? And then we just go our separate ways. And
8 out of 30. He's like, follow, speak your piece.
Yeah, exactly. I would just do that the entire time, and then just being like, hey, you know what? You got somebody else on your mind. Fair enough. I'm just gonna head out. Nice to meet all you. And that
narrator on the show, like they've got those like few like contestants that are just there, like Sienna. Yeah, like they're just there to like narrate.
Yeah,
Ian narrator.
What would Ian's job title be?
Blogger, because that's what women are really interested in, is a blogger right now.
Sports blogger.
Social media influencer.
Put in
yes. Whoever said social media influencer, yes.
No, I don't know what.
Okay, I love it.
Big eater.
Big eater.
Big eater.
Yeah, no, actually, that would be.
I think we take it so
much. Food reviewer. That would be your job.
Food reviewer. Yeah, no, you actually just have like the whole, like the Star Wars intros, and then that's just essentially all of my jobs that I do. Video editor, like all of my skills. It's like a resume.
No, not a hot taker, a hot giver. Gives the hot takes.
Damn. Wow.
Please make that the
Do not edit that out.
I will not. I'll probably make that the title of the episode, honestly.
Hot giver.
I didn't think that one through.
Quote Hannity.
Please do not make that. But
please make that.
Can you make this episode?
It's probably gonna be the title of the episode, if we're being honest. I'm editing this tonight, and I'm.
Ian, please, for my sake, do not do that. It's so funny.
The other one I was asked to on Tuesday night when we were recording was Patrick has a sunburn, which is Patrick Dean, Justin's buddy. And Patrick's like, no, don't call. Like, he got really upset at just like me making fun of his sunburns. Like, no, please don't say that I have a sunburn. Don't tell people that. Okay, you can't name the episode that. It's just like, dude, you just have a sunburn. It's fine. It's like, no, I take it very seriously. Like,
a little worse than a sunburn. But...
yeah, like that's like a little bit worse. So don't feel too bad.
No.
Just name it. Hannah doesn't think through her thoughts.
Hannah thinks Ian's a hot giver.
Yeah. That's
there you go. Yep.
That's the one.
There you go.
There you go. That's a great way to title this. Any other hot takes? Sydney, I know you came on when we first chatted, you had a bunch of hot takes. Have they all been brought to the table?
No, we've covered so many of them. Really good job, guys.
Okay, good. Good.
My last hot take to share with the group.
Yes.
Actually, I have two. One of them super quick. Trey with the ball pit. He seems fun. He's intact with his emotions. I love that about him. But the last one, just to stir the pot a bit, Thomas seems like an absolute mean, bad fellow. He was so sweaty in his conversation with Katie. I was like, get a towel.
Get a towel. I can't remember.
Fix yourself, bud. But also, when he had his chat with Katie, he came back to the group of guys, and he went first of pretty much the whole group. And someone was like, oh, I'm like really looking forward to getting my time with Katie. And he was like, I don't know about you guys, but like we mean something. And I was like, you've talked to her for 5 minutes. You don't need to make everyone else feel bad that your relationship means something.
That's very much like the middle school way of doing things, where it's just like, yeah, we sat together on the bus, so like we got something going on. Back off, hater.
Katie has a question or a point or a hot take.
I was going to say, I think it was Thomas was actually in a lot of the previews for what's coming up.
Yeah, I think he stays around.
So
and
I think
got the first rows.
Well, and Nick Bile, his
in.
podcast, he said because he's met some of the guys when he did his date. He said that Thomas seems a little bit too calculated in the way that he speaks. Like, it feels like things are so rehearsed, but that he is extremely handsome.
Okay.
Really confident and got the first rows of the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't think he deserves it, because that's just going to fuel his ego.
Well, Connor B I was like, if he's not getting first impression rows, might as well get the first rows. And he just was way down there. Felt bad for him.
The other thing too is Jason from from Tasia/Claire season. Remember when there was that whole little scandal about him being what did he say? she's a rocket, or like what was his
She's
thing?
a smoke show.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, we've talked about this on the pod. I
This
remember this
Thomas
conversation.
guy gives me the same vibes because he was like so confident when he left, and then there was another full little clip of him talking to someone else, being like, "Yeah, she's a dime, like she's so hot, whatever," and just fully on looks.
He only had anything to say about how beautiful she was. I was like, you've had a lot of time to get to know her. Like Connor B wore a cat costume.
Yeah.
Backlash.
A lot of guys, to be fair, put in a lot of effort to like make her laugh, and that's something she said herself is key to my heart is to make her laugh, and that's a lot of guys did do that, which is really cool to see. And yeah, it's a good point. Very good point there. Any final hot takes? Any final points? Anything about anything content related?
I think I would do a stand-up routine. I think I would just like get on, like do a stage and like get a mic or whatever, and like do like rehearse jokes with her and see how they hit. And if they don't hit, that's like, I guess I'm not using that one. Like do like a fake stand-up routine. It would be kind of cheesy, but I think it would be pretty funny. I think that's what I do if I had like a one-on-one time.
Hey, for the right girl, that would work.
Scott, what would you do?
Honestly, I think the way how I do things, I'd like to just make an impression, not through like an action, just like be myself. That's very cliche to say that, but wear a nice suit. I don't know, just say nice things and just kind of be who I am. I'm not like a big flashy guy, but just I don't know.
If you had to bring some sort of like token, like how like that guy brought the watch, or like Greg brought the necklace, like what would you bring?
That's a good question.
That's a great question, actually. Keeping us on our toes. I love it. I didn't plan for this. Wow.
I think I bring like $10 or $20, like a $20 bill. Like, you guys have been great, and then like toss it like into the crowd, like fake toss it after I'm done my routines. Like, you guys have been great, thanks Phoenix or something, and then just toss it, and then like have a great night, and then just walk off the stage, and then that's the end of my one-on-one with her. That's probably what I would do.
Yeah, I think I would bring something meaningful to the both of us, whatever it might be. Who knows? It'd be something that I think would have a lot of meaning, and something that like a centerpiece of the relationship that could happen, right? And that's I think that's
it's a Crunch Wrap Supreme from Taco Bell is what Scott would bring to the one-on-one.
Hey, if she likes food, then there you go. But
Scott, you're giving me the like painting guy vibe.
Yes,
the guy who made the painting,
too.
and he's
is that good or bad?
Oh yeah.
No, I think it's fun. Like that's good.
That would actually be really cool if you actually made your own artwork and then like gave it to your significant other that you're trying to impress. It's like, yeah, I made this. Here you go. It's like that would actually be really much better than just like $20. Like, hey, have a great night. Like that would be a lot more.
Like
cool.
Ian, he that guy, I think his name is Justin. He painted that in his quarantine. So like he used
God damn it. I would definitely be jealous, and I would definitely lose if that would happen.
That guy dove into a kiss with Katie like it was nobody's business. He was like, here I go. He's like, can I move this cushion? She's like, okay. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, I do remember that one.
I remember that
But then
too.
they pulled away kind of weird, and she was like, okay. Wrap it up.
Like the kiss with Connor B made sense to me. They were having such
She had makeup. She had his black whiskers makeup
but
all over.
that random painter guy was like, way to dive head first into this.
He dove in, and she kind of dove out, I felt.
Yeah.
I was extremely high when I watched this episode, like probably too high. And like when Connor first came out, I was like, what is happening? Like, I was like so confused. I was like, wait, what show am I watching again? When they were playing the piano, and I just look at Katie, and all of a sudden she has like cat ears and mittens on. I was like, did she always have this on? But I finally, I was like, this is dorky, and I loved it.
That's awesome. There you go. Well, again, it's going to be a great season here. I think Katie, we said it on the top of the show, she's going to be a great Bachelorette. New hosts in town. Guys, everyone that's on the show, Maddy, Sid, Caitlin, Katie, Hannah, Cam, and Ian, thanks for coming on. I had a lot of fun hosting this, and y'all have been so good. And this is, I think, the biggest podcast we've had on Zoom with 8 people. So
that sounds right.
Yeah. So, guys, really good job. We loved it. Go find us wherever you get our podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud even, question mark. Ian,
we're not on SoundCloud, but I'm making the YouTube channel pop. We've got like 10 new subscribers in the last week. The YouTube channel is popping off.
We will post clips of this onto Instagram, so y'all can.
I will post clips of this.
Sorry. Ian will post clips. I will do Saturday selections because that's my job with the brand.
You have to talk to Justin about that too, by the way. Justin's pissed off with you.
I heard there was some controversy about that.
Yeah, apparently Scott doesn't count that properly. So, and also Keith cheats at Saturday
Keith
selections.
cheated last time. Yeah, Keith cheated last time. He did. Yeah.
Well,
anyway,
we're probably gonna ban him for being honest, but Scott can just.
If he does it one more time, we'll ban him. Anyways, guys, that's the pod. Thank you all for coming on. Go subscribe, go like, go comment on our posts. We love new content. So if it's not Bachelor, if there's something you want to talk about, whatever it might be, go check it out. Thanks, guys.